Good morning, sleepyhead. Time to wake up, little Mags.
Come on, Maggie. It's time to wake up.
Mag?
Maggie?
Mags, where are you?
Where'd she
Mag?
go?
Mag? Don't be fooling around. Maggie?
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 Maggie, where'd
Oh
you
my
go?
gosh! Maggie! The way you pick your battles, you know? We ready, guys?
We're ready.
All right, let me write the
Do
fucking
it.
time down. Let's run this thing on because I am dog-ass tired. This is episode 5, right? Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to World Hard 20. It is I, your trusted handler, Brian. With me, my hard slingers.
Hail. Yeah. Dungeons.
Episode 5 of our homebrew Delta Green scenario, Little Treasures. Last episode saw you guys kind of clear up the air with the Hausers, kind of pump Conrad Hauser for information on what he did to keep his son from supposedly getting abducted. As you were leaving, you got a call from Heisenberg. He gave you the rundown on Abigail Murphy, the director over at Abby's Little Treasures Daycare. Seems that she had a rough go when she was a young woman, had been abducted herself and all that went along with it, but was able to get returned. And another thing that he kind of gave you information on was the former Detective William Preston, who originally had the case before Detective Wallace, and he shined a light on the fact that several years ago, more children had gone missing. So, with that information in mind, you guys decided that you wanted to stop off and see Father Jack Miller on your way to go visit Preston. You found Father Miller lived at a detached garage suite behind this huge house owned by the Fitzgeralds. After Adesso's line of inquiry, each had gone to the back of this partitioned section and found that the interior was smaller than the exterior. You found a hidden door, picked it, opened the door, and saw a set of stone stairs leading down to a dark basement. Currently on the other side of the partition, Adesso, you and Father Miller are having an exchange.
Right. So, again, it doesn't matter how I would commit a crime. I haven't. And I'm not sure you have either. I'm going to give you the benefit here, but you still need to help. I need to know what you know. Specifically, why would you say that she was dead?
I'm just telling you this, the odds, the statistics. I have nothing to do with this little girl. Why would you think I would?
Okay. Let's just go through it. Were Conrad and Dorothy Hauser a member of your congregation?
I don't know. I would have to look through the church records and see if they made any donations, if they were on our mailing list. I don't, off the top of my head, I don't know a Conrad and Dorothy Hauser.
How about, and Adesso refers to his notes, probably a Thomas and Lily Bradford.
Possibly. I mean, you got to remember that a town like this, it's possible I could have had coffee next to them at the diner and not known who they were.
Well, yeah. How many people in your congregation? Father, I would assume that you know all
Probably
of them.
Like 1,200 people?
In your congregation in Marblehead here? Okay, all right. I'm willing to cut you a little more slack. I was thinking this was a much smaller congregation.
Oh,
all right.
I mean, we've got just put 22,000 people that live in this town.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
There's 13 churches in this town.
Jesus. Okay. And you're a brand new church, less than 3 years old, and you've got a 1,200 person congregation. That speaks well of you. Let me go through a couple more people because this is rather important. Do you happen to know a Joel and Patricia Coolidge?
They sound familiar.
They had a daughter by the name of Jenny.
Jenny. Did she die too? Go missing?
She went missing. Again, the missing are presumed dead, but we'd like to hold out some hope, right, Father? Hope?
How long has this Coolidge child been missing?
She has been missing. She was the second child to go missing, and I believe she's been missing about 2 years now.
Do you still hold out hope that she's waiting by a creek, maybe eating crickets, waiting for somebody to find her?
Gee, Father, little gloomy there. Kind of a...
Old Testament, indeed, my child, and show some respect for a man of the cloth. Each,
Of course.
as you look down this stairwell, what do you want to do?
Shit, how far does it look like it goes down? Do I need lights? I have my little pen light that I got my cell phone light if I need to.
It's really hard to tell. I mean, it goes down into darkness.
Okay.
Now, whether that's 15 feet or 25 feet, it's just from the light coming in from behind you, you really can't tell.
I'll take out my little pen light and see how far down that goes. A little mag light.
It looks like it goes down about 20 feet. You also notice that there's a light switch on the right side wall, just inside the door.
Okay. This is out of in-game. Tony, how do we want to handle this? Like, I can imagine just going down there and doing all this, but he's going to come check for me eventually. How do we want to spin this?
I say fuck it. I say he's not really important yet. I don't think he's involved. I do find the stairwell a little bit weird. So I would say just go down the stairwell, check it out.
He clearly knows about it.
Yeah, he knows about it, obviously. It's well warned of the fact that it's no longer creaking when it comes open. And if he's on the up and up, he'll be outraged and yell and scream and kick us out, but so fucking what?
Okay.
It may lead us to something more important, so take a walk down. I'll keep delaying him as best I can.
You feel you got him handled?
I probably could keep talking to him for another 10 minutes.
Well,
till we go through the entire list of children.
Yeah, you're like, and how you say, Maku Bride? What?
I'm going to roll something
Trace
here.
Busta. Remember that scene?
Yeah, the Trace Busta, the makeup bride. So I rolled a 4. So we're going to have an exchange back and forth 4 times before he's going to wonder where each is at. So that gives you a back and forth.
Okay, well, I'm going to just proceed down the stairs as stealthy as possible. They don't look like treacherous or wet, I assume, so I'm just going to go down them.
Okay, you go down the stairs. That's number 1. And I want you to make an observation check as you descend the steps.
Oh, I turned the light on, by the way.
Yes, you did.
Okay. Under 70. 63.
63. As you begin to descend, you detect a strong metallic smell hanging in the air. Adesso.
Lot.
Okay, well, Father, you got to help me out here. You don't remember Thomas and Lily Bradford. What about Joel and Patricia Coolidge?
We just went over this family. How many times do we have to keep going over? You
I'm
just told me they
trying
were
to
the
get my
second
notes
child
in
that
order.
went missing.
I'm just trying to miss my notes in order. How about this? Jerry and Patricia Otwell. They had twins.
Twins?
They had twins.
And
Two
both of them
twin
were
girls
killed too?
that went missing. We don't know if they've got... You keep saying that. See, now, Father, I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here, but then you say stuff like that. You're supposed to be the eternal optimist.
I'm a realist, Agent. When's the last time you were down at the foot of the bed and prayed to the Lord?
A lot more recent than you would think.
Each. You get down to the bottom of the stairs, and you notice that it curves to the right into darkness again. You see from the light in the stairs that there are a few more overhead bulbs along the ceiling about 8 feet above your head.
And what's the taste I taste?
The strong metallic smell in the air.
Well, dealing with my curse/blessing, does that scent remind me of iron, like from a pan, or copper? From a penny, or the tang of blood?
The metallic tang of blood. So much so that it makes you start to sweat profusely. It gives you a lustful desire.
Do I need to roll some sanity?
Perhaps soon.
Okay. There we go. So, okay, under...
No, not yet, because you can't see what's going on. So,
I just thought the allure of the smell of frosting in the air. Okay.
So each, what are you going to do?
I'll keep going and moving towards the right. I'll have senses completely on alert. Jack Blade will be out, ready
Is it triggered
to.
up?
No, I want to keep it untriggered in case I get into hand-to-hand melee where I can't really, you know what I mean? I want to be able to use that as like an attack if I need to.
As you get down at the bottom of the stairs, you turn to the right. You sweep the beam with your left hand. The room itself is probably about 15 feet wide from left to right, and it goes 20 feet down. And you notice that the walls are cinder block. You also notice that there's another light switch about 10 feet further in on the right side wall.
Okay. What else do I see? Any kind of doors, or what's at the end of this?
There's cinder block walls on the left, right, and on the far side. And as you sweep with your beam, and it allows you to see the walls and stuff, you do detect that there's some kind of a something metallic, maybe 3 feet off the ground, looks horizontal in the far corner.
Okay, and I'll turn on that light switch.
Okay. You flick on the switch, and 4 bulbs illuminate above you, and you see 4 chains bolted into the far brick wall. Each ends in a steel cuff with a locking latch. You see a heavily stained mattress sitting on the floor beneath the chains, crimson rivulets stretching from the mattress towards a drain in the center of the small room. Even at this distance, you can see the surface of the wall the chains are bolted into have deep grooves etched into it. Against the south wall, you see 2 piles. The first pile consists of odd articles of clothing. You see shoes, pants, shirts, and the whatnot. The second pile consists of other trinkets. It looks like glasses, jewelry, wallets, and other knickknacks. You see a metal table pushed against the side left wall and a dresser right next to it. Looking at all this blood, getting a taste of all this in your mouth, seeing this tacky blood on the table, I need you to make a sanity check.
All right, you're 50. 33. What do you call it? Critical success.
You take no damage from this.
I'm learning. I'm thinking too. I'm
In there.
going to book back to Odesso, and we're going to take this guy. What do you think, Odesso?
I like it, but check the size of the clothing that's scattered in that room. How big is it? And determine if the blood's fresh. But your senses of smell are heightened, so you probably can smell, something.
Well, this
that's
is the
probably
second
older.
Exchange, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I can take more time and then hopefully make it back. I think. Does that work out, GM?
It's going to take you some time to return back.
2, right? If I do 1 more, and then I have 2 to get back, right? That's 4.
No, you're on your second one right now. This is the second one.
Oh, so if I return now, though, I'll be able to...
You'll make it back.
Okay.
If he goes to the corner, that's going to take one of them.
Got it.
But if I take one and get back, you can kind of hold him until I get back.
Well, more importantly, if he turns around and starts moving into the room and Odesso sees that there's a secret passageway that's been opened and you're not back, this guy's going to have a lot of problems. But they'll be like, fine, fuck it. Like, oh, there's a hidden passageway in your bedroom, father. Guess what? You need to get down on the ground right now, or I'm going to put a 10-millimeter slug in your skull. And I'll wait for each to come back and we can have another conversation because you may be going away really quick.
Odesso.
Right. Father, it's important. Jerry and Letitia Otwell, parents of the twins, Audrey and Aubrey. Any memory of whether or not they were parishioners?
I believe they might have been. But I believe they're also dead now, too, correct?
That is correct. What I'm looking for is a common theme between all these people. It's important. And also, you happen to know
I think
Ron
I know
and
the
Louise?
common theme, Agent.
What's that?
They all have missing children.
Thank you for that startling insight here. Let's go to the next group of parents, Ron and Louise McCready. Do you happen to know if they were parishioners?
Doesn't ring a bell. Possibly. Like I said, I mean, we see hundreds of people each weekend. Over
Yeah,
the course of 2 days, it's difficult for me to remember specific people if they don't come and introduce themselves to me. And
These are all young
spoke in
parents
front of a
who would be
large
going.
audience? Sometimes you're just zoning out. You're not paying attention to them. You're just reciting what you say.
That's true, but these are all young parents who would probably want their children baptized. Wouldn't these stand out in your mind as people who have been looking for their children to receive the sacrament of baptism?
Possibly. Each.
I want to go look and see. Weapon fully out now. I want to look and see if these clothes are kids' clothes. If any of the stuff around it is. There's nothing else in here, right? It's just the cedar walls
Cinder
and
block,
the rivulet and the drain and all that. There's no I haven't checked for secret doors, which we know that they have. But I want to check the clothes and see if these appear to be 2-year-old kids' clothes.
They don't. They look like they're type of clothing attire that would fit a young adult.
Teenagers.
Possibly.
Perv
But there's a
is doing
lot
it
of them
again.
there. There's a lot of clothes in this pile.
They're all bloody or just clean of blood?
No, they're bloodied.
Okay. Can I do anything else before this time thing runs up?
I'll let you do one more thing down there.
Okay. Can you run down real quick again what's in here? There's a drain. There's
Check the drain.
There's two piles. One's of clothes, one's of trinkets. There's a dresser. There's a metal table, like a stainless steel table with blood all over it. There's 4 chains bolted against the far wall with shackles on it that dangle over a mattress that's pushed against that wall that's soaked in blood, with rivulets running towards a drain in the center of this room.
the pile of other things. Did I check that as well with the clothes or not?
You did not.
Okay. So the thing on the pile of stuff on the floor, did you say that looked like wallets and stuff like that, or?
Yes. Like glasses, jewelry, rings, wallets, and IDs.
Yeah, I think I'll go look there and see if I'll pick one up and look at it, open it up.
It says Mitchell Hobbs, age 22.
Got down. Is there an address? Is it from Salem or is it from local here?
It says it's from Salem.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll actually pocket that and get moving, heading back. I have a
Okay.
premonition that Adesso is not going to be able to hold the attention of this guy for much longer.
Adesso. Time's ticking.
All right, well, I've figured, being since we've worked together for so long, Odessa would figure that Isha's onto something, which is why he hasn't come back. Or he may be in trouble. Either way, he would hesitate and think, or we would give the benefit of the doubt that each has found something rather than each being in trouble. But it could go either way. But he would think, oh, maybe I should make a check on that. What do you think? Because,
You tell me
he
what you
hasn't
want to
been gone a
do.
while, hasn't come back.
Make an intuition check.
All right. All right. 39 under 74.
It's rare for your partner to be gone that long and not have checked in.
Unless you found something that would make him not check in. Then
Well,
he would
usually
check in.
he's a pretty formidable opponent.
Yeah.
It's possible that if he came across something, you would probably be hearing about it right now, unless
Yeah.
it got the jump on him.
And even then, that would be a rare thing indeed. So, Odessa's going to give him the benefit. Benefit meaning that he took care of himself, and he'll continue to question Father Miller.
Give me one more question, Adesso.
All right. Here's the thing. The latest missing child, the last two, Dashiell and Mary Fairborn, are they members of your congregation?
Yeah, I believe they were.
Yeah,
I believe
little
I
son Michael.
consoled them over the loss of their child.
Now, what do the Dashiells do for a living?
It's hard to say. I think that he was a retail distributor for a large supermarket, and I believe she may have been a stay-at-home mom. possibly. Maybe she worked from home.
Got it. And how long have they been residents of Marblehead?
I don't know. I've only been here for...
3 years, I remember.
Yeah. You smell that?
Smell what?
It smells like something on the air.
No, I don't smell anything.
Yeah. I'm almost positive I smell something.
What is it?
It smells like dinner.
Like dinner. Okay.
He looks back towards the partition and doesn't
Wait, does
see
Odesso
each...
smell anything?
No.
No.
But he looks back at you, and you notice that his green eyes have turned yellow.
Okay, we're going to shoot him.
Yeah.
You see these fangs begin to grow in his mouth.
And Odesso's going to shoot him.
Silver bulleting it.
Well, you can't shoot just yet, because we're going to see who goes first.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
this
shit.
is. Wouldn't it fall back to my turn?
It will, but we still need to know everybody's dexterity.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I know yours each. It's 15.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Odesso, what's yours?
Odesso's is much lower than that.
11, right?
Yeah, correct.
Each, let's you and I do a roll off with the D20.
Okay.
13.
Shit. 3.
3. Each.
Yeah.
You're at the bottom of the stairs. You got enough to move up to the top of the stairs. And that's going to be the...
I double move if I don't attack?
No, it's a one action economy.
Oh. That's not very economical. Okay, well, I'll move to
We're in a recession, man.
I will move... do I have any hint that this guy is shifting at all? Am I sensing this?
No.
Okay, well then I'll just move up as quickly as I can.
Okay. Odesso, as you look at this individual that you know as Father Jack Miller / Jonathan Glenn, you see his face take on these grotesque features. You see veins start to come out on the side. You see his eyes turn black. His skin starts to get scaly looking. And these fingernails, these black fingernails, begin to extend from his fingers. He looks at you and this guttural voice says, "Somebody's opened up the dinner table."
Oh, boy.
He swipes at you with one of his clawed hands. Actually, I need you to do something first.
Okay.
I need you to do a power check.
A power check.
Yes.
And I failed it badly at a 98.
You're going to take a negative 20% on all of your actions as you see this thing morph in front of you.
Got
He
it.
swipes at you, 35%. That's going to hit. And you take 2 points of damage as this thing
I got lucky.
swipes across you, hissing in your face. "I'll have you for supper tonight. You want to know what happens to people that cross me? You should have left well enough alone, Agent." Each.
Yeah.
You're at the top of the stairs. You hear this hissing, guttural communication. It's like something you may have heard coming out of the Jurassic era from a long time ago, possibly.
Coming out of that damn portal area.
Yeah. Tell me what you want to do.
Well, I had said before my blade was out, so it is out, and I'm going to move into that room and hopefully find a living Odesso.
You do come around the partition. You see Odesso get swiped by this creature's nails.
I'll attack.
Attack.
Melee weapons under 53. 14. That's a hit.
All right.
And at fucking 12.
Damn, you and that
Yeah, 1d12.
Right on, man.
jack blade, dude. Jeez,
Yeah, you
Louise,
would
that
have
thing's
made it.
murderous.
A katana is also 1d12, you said, so
Yeah.
it's just doing the
Yeah, but
standard.
this is just better in your hand than the katana was.
Yeah.
Odesso. Swiped, feeling like shit now, too.
Gotcha. All right, my firearm skill, which is what I want to shoot him now with my Delta Elite 10mm pistol. And normally I would have a under 58, but I lose 20%, so it's got to be under 38, correct?
Oh, shit.
Correct.
All right, now where is each in relation to this guy? He's got to be within a sword length, but I want to, obviously, if I miss, I don't want to hit each.
Well, don't crit fail.
Just aim for a leg.
Oh, yeah, that'll help.
Just pop him in the leg. You don't have to aim for the center or kill him.
Yeah, you don't aim for center mass.
Another minus 20%.
All right, I'm gonna roll under 38%. Oh, 17.
Winger.
Nice.
All right, and now I got to roll my damage. Let me get myself a D12.
Good Lord.
Well, there's a reason I took that Delta Elite, the D12 over a D10. I mean, wait, is it D12 or is it D10? Hold on a second.
You said D10.
No, it says 1D12. Delta Elite pistol, 25 meters, 1D12, no armor piercing, no lethality, no kill radius, 25 rounds. Unless
Then
I
it's a
misread it
D12.
from the player's handbook.
25 rounds.
I'm just going off what my player told me it did.
Ah, well, shit.
I
then
don't
you
make me
gotta
play
trust
back
the
episode
player.
1.
How's it do 25 rounds? That's an extended mag. You're not allowed to
No,
have
no, no.
that.
It's the capacity is 25 rounds. I'm not saying it probably only has 8 rounds per mag,
Oh, okay.
and you can carry 25. You got 2 mags on your body and 1 mag inside the well. Plus 1 is 25.
Okay.
All right, so let me roll my. No, it's just a D10. Let me roll the damage. 1.
1.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm rolling a D10. Sorry. Yeah, I know. Comedy of errors.
0.
All right. Well, that's a respectable 4.
4.
That's good.
You wing it in the shoulder, and it looks like it's in a shit ton of pain. It has 2 targets. 1, 2, 3. Adesso 4, 5, 6 for each. Sorry, that was a D4.
See, it happens.
Yeah. 6 each. It spins on you and attempts to bite you. 66.
That's a miss.
It's a crit hit.
Ah,
What?
you fast. I'm going to
66?
dodge.
Uh-oh.
Needs 75.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to dodge.
Dodge.
Yeah.
It attempts to swipe you with its hand on the return trip. 78.
Ooh.
That's still going to
Miss.
Yeah.
Fuck, that guy's good.
1 point of damage, and I need for you to make the same power check.
Under power. That's not very good. Under 50. 62.
62. You're going to take a minus 20% on all your actions as well.
Okay.
You're up.
I dodged.
Yeah. Oh,
So does that mean I don't means I don't get an attack? Oh no, I didn't move.
yeah. We're going back and forth on this, so you keep going.
So under 33. That's a miss. 87.
Okay. Adesso.
I'm going to shoot him again. Oh. Oh, shit. It's a 1, but I can't see the other number. 12. It's a 12.
Fucking
It's like he hung his glasses on his camera. It's so freaking blurry.
yeah.
Okay, roll me some damage.
Roll you some damage.
Kill this
12,
thing.
baby. 10.
10.
Nice.
The round goes off and smokes it. Center mass in the cranium.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have the opportunity to think as it just light pulls right down to the ground.
Curse you, Father, for you have sinned.
Yeah. Damn.
Well done, Adesso.
oh,
to
well,
me.
your 12-point hit was no small amount to getting this guy down. Adesso
Even
looks at each
14.
and says, let me guess, you found something in the room?
No, I was just coming up to see how it's going.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, but I think instead of telling you that story right now, we need to think of a story for this. I'm looking down at the body. Is it changing back at all, or is it a big slithering heap of serpent goo?
It's just a serpent humanoid looking thing. It probably lends insight that this is its true form. So it's not like it's going to revert to something that it's been wearing as like a camouflage.
Well, we need to come up with... I'll explain to Adesso real quickly, too. I know the listeners already know. Down below is a room. It's a kill room. There's no bodies. There's blood. There's gore. There's everything but the bodies. So it appears that this isn't our child killer, but it is something else we weren't looking for that we luckily found.
Well, let's give Heisenberg a call and see what he wants us to do, because there may be an unfortunate fire here, but...
Well, I'm going to go collect the information for the rest of the wallets and things like that so we can identify.
Yeah, I'll take a nice time and take a good survey of what's down there.
The wallet said it was from Salem, which goes with his story that he was traveling to Salem still, so I'm sure that these were people he took from there. I will conduct a quick search of the rest of the room. There was a dresser down there and a kill table, and I'll collect the rest of the things that I can in a trash bag or something and bring it with us.
Gotcha.
And unfortunately, there'll probably be a fire in the garage.
Yeah. I'll call Heisenberg, see if we get some further instruction. So, as each leaves, Odessa whips out the phone, calls. Heisenberg, we have a complication. There may have been a string of disappearances in this area of people that no one knew they were missing. They're just gone. We went to interview this guy, Father Jack Miller, and we found that he was actually a lycanthrope who had a kill room under his current abode, and we just took care of him. We dispatched him. Once we started questioning him, he cracked under pressure, and we had no choice, but we've killed him. And there appear to be, under the house here, a lot of remains of the victims that he had. So we want to know what he wants to do. No bodies. I'm sorry. When I said remains, what I should have said was there's a lot of personal effects, clothing, items, identification. No bodies or body parts, but there's a lot of blood, probably a ton of DNA evidence.
All
in
right.
addition to the dead body of the lycanthrope.
Are you just apprising me, or are you asking me how to proceed?
Well, I'm apprising you, but we're going to need a cleanup, so tell me what you want us to do, because we can clean the site ourselves, but the long-term problem I have is there's some stuff downstairs that, may help bring some of these people closure, some of their families closure as to what happened to them.
I don't know if I'm too interested in bringing anybody closure right now, other than getting this handled with the children. I know that there's been a string of hitchhikers that have gone missing on the stretch of road between Salem and Marblehead.
Okay, this may be connected.
That's possible. I know that Lafayette Street runs parallel along the east coast between those two towns. We've had a string of hitchhikers go missing along that road. So maybe you've been able to solve that portion of it, but I don't think that's our mission, Agent.
No, it's not our mission. Just tell me how you want me to proceed. We could clean the site, but I'd feel better if there were some actual cleaners here.
Okay, then I would suggest, you said there's a lower room or something like that?
Yeah, if I could make a suggestion, we could take care of the body itself and then leave the remains and whatever's underneath the... According to each, we're in a little off-site house that's adjacent to a larger manor house, kind of like a servant's quarters. And there was a hidden room that went downstairs below the building. And there was a kill room there. I would suggest we leave the kill room intact, and then we can take care of the body of the former priest.
How do you want to take care of it?
Oh, I'm thinking maybe some lye, maybe a bonfire. Isn't there a creek nearby?
I'm sure there's plenty of creeks. I mean, you got an entire Atlantic Ocean hanging off the coast there.
Yeah, we can, each and I can get creative. We can dispo the body.
All right, well, I guess in the meantime, just stick the body down in the kill room and get back on mission, and we'll worry about it on the back end.
Understood.
We're going to also have to figure out, this is me, any kind of story for the gunshots people heard.
Oh, I don't think anybody heard anything.
How many shots were there? Two.
Oh, well, that works out.
Two. Two inside a building, and since these Delta Elite are big bullets, they're not supersonic, which means they're traveling fast, but not, speed of sound fast. So chances are nobody heard shit.
Have to clean them too. Each.
Yep.
You're down to the kill room. Going through the stuff.
Check the table, check the dresser drawers, collect up the wallets and things like that. I'm just going to be using whatever I could find it from the bedroom, like a trash bag or sheets or something like that from upstairs.
You find 7 IDs in this pile. 5 of them can be read, 2 of them can't be. They look damaged. But from what you can tell, all the IDs appear to have been issued within the last 33 months. As you go through the dresser, you see that there's all kinds of undergarments in there, as well as several bones that are just completely cleaned.
Wow. Okay. So it's like a little trophy drawer and all that.
Possibly.
I'll do a quick search of, pull the drawers out, see if there's anything. Well, the drawers and the drawers. See if there's anything behind this dresser or anything like that. Other than that, I'll...
Yeah, just the wall.
Okay.
It just looked like something that, whatever this guy was doing, this creature was doing, he was probably bringing these people down here, torturing them, cutting them up, eating them, whatever, and then just putting stuff in piles based on what they were.
And I hear in the back of my head Adesso saying, check the drain. So I'm going to check the drain real quick if there's anything of note.
No, just a lot of tacky blood.
Okay.
Looks like maybe occasionally it might have been washed down a little bit. You could only tell that because the drain is still usable to a degree. So,
okay.
Yeah, you don't see any bone fragments or anything else in there.
And nothing under the mattress or on the kill table or anything?
No.
Okay.
No hidden message in blood scrawled on the wall?
Got the wrong guy.
I'll go to the area, turn off the lights, and sort of whisper, "If you're still here, you are avenged," and leave. Your families will know where you are.
Nice
Or
touch.
your families will know what happened. Because I know Heisenberg ain't going to give a shit.
No, he don't give two
So
shits.
this will be something much like from the previous epilogue, which even Adesso doesn't know yet. I'm going to return items to family members.
Adesso.
We're going to lock up the place and take the keys, his keys with us, and put everything back so that no one can tell. I'll shag the 2 shell casings. Oh, when each nailed this dude for that beautiful 12 points, did he leave a cast off blood all over the place? Because we should probably take a few minutes and clean up so if anybody comes in, they don't notice anything amiss.
Yeah, but it's an obscure looking liquid. Doesn't look like it's really...
I would say we leave it. The people who own the house are out of town in Florida. Nobody's going to come looking for this guy. If we want to, we could go to Mathers and tell him that the father said he was going to Salem or something, and we could hide his car in the garage or something.
Yeah, don't waste any more time with it.
All right, we set the whole thing afire.
No, not yet.
Sorry.
Tone, for a commendable way in which you really pigeonholed Father Miller, get a gold doubloon.
Hey, all right.
Mark that down. So, where are we off to now, agents?
We're going to continue after we bandage ourselves up, or each does. No, actually, not each. Adesso does. Yet another scar for the collection.
Glad it wasn't me. I'd have to figure out how to get a tattoo that won't stay on me.
Yeah, and then we're on our way to talk to the retired detective, Mr. Preston.
You guys get back behind the wheel of your rental car. The directions that Heisenberg relayed to you has you traveling about 30 minutes northwest along a paved road bracketed by tall trees. Following the GPS, a turnout leads you up a dirt road. The dirt road comes to an end in a kind of cul-de-sac with what appears to be a rusted Airstream camper at the far end. Its metallic sheen having lost its luster to the elements, its exterior pocked with divots and dents of all sizes. You see the camper's windows are taped in areas that have been broken, and the trailer's tires, seen through the busted wooden lattice initially used to keep vermin out, are flat to the ground. It appears as though some godlike creature just dropped the dwelling from air to the spot it now sits and to hell with any damage it would incur. What would you like to do?
Well, I would say that we need to go up and knock on whatever's left of the door.
As you go up to the door, I'd like for both of you to make an observation check.
61 under 70.
Approaching the door, you hear a single voice from within. It seems to be in conference with itself, but the door is too dense for you to make out what's being said.
The door's too dense?
Yeah. Not that it's a thick door, per se, but just the door itself. You can't make out what's going on. You could hear the murmuring, but it's hard for you to actually ascertain what's being said.
Well, unless you have a different idea, Deso, I'll just knock on the door. Yeah, Detective Preston, a word with you, please.
After a few moments, the door to the trailer opens, and you see a man standing there with greasy, unkempt hair. Several days of unshaved growth and sweat-stained clothes. He gives off a reek as though he's not bathed for quite some time. The man's eyes harbor deep suspicion as he exhales the words, "Can I help you? Are you selling something? What's this about?"
Well, we'd like to talk to you about a old case and ongoing case of yours.
Yeah, I'm a former detective. I'm not with the force anymore, guys.
We understand, but once a detective, always a detective, at least in spirit. And we need to call upon that spirit to help us out, because we're currently picking up the pieces of the puzzle that you had set down and unfortunately weren't able to complete. We're hoping to be able to complete this.
Lets out this exhale sigh, and he looks off into the distance beyond you, just looking out. Then he casts a look over his shoulder into the camper, almost as though he's weighing as if he has the time for this conversation. He finally just swings the door wide and says, "Yeah, okay, come on in."
Okay.
The interior of this cramped, stuffy camper just smells like isolation. You see a 40-watt bulb housed in an old lamp sitting atop a burned-out TV, shows dishes piled up and empty bottles just strewn about this place. As he leads you into the camper, his hand kind of fishes around. He grabs one of the glasses, looking in it, puts it down, and he does this a few more times till he finds one that's got a last swallow, polishes it off, exhales, and says, "What do you want to know?"
Well, what can you tell us, aside from the case, about the person who took over your investigation after you left, this Detective James Wallace?
They got Wallace honchoing this now. I mean, I'll be honest with you, agents. I don't know who took over my position after I left, but I'm surprised they put Wallace in charge of that. I mean,
Why's that?
he just doesn't seem to be very good at being a detective. It seems like the majority of his cases were solved under their own inertia. Basically, somebody felt guilty and turned themselves in. Or they found the murder-suicide, and obviously the murderer still got the gun in his hand, so he's able to say, "Okay, well, we got a murder-suicide," but I just don't hold anything against the guy. I just don't think he could do a very good job.
Yeah, my opinion is he doesn't seem to be very liked by people either.
And what makes you think that? What makes you say that, Agent?
Oh, that's what the handler said earlier. But also,
He's a real fucker, isn't he?
ruthless.
You know what? Between you and me, Agent, I'm worried he's going to kill me off.
Yeah, well, thankfully you're not an NPC, are you?
I could be. We'll have to find that out next session.
Yeah.
Well, you made it through one episode.
Yeah. Preston.
Yeah, what's his name?
Preston.
He's got a first name. He's not like Prince.
You know how many people are not going to get that reference?
God, who knows?
Samwise thinks that's silly.
Thank you for joining us once again on Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Remember, you can find us and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora Radio, iHeart Radio, Amazon Podcasts, and Audible. And if you like what you're listening to, be sure to leave us that 5-star rating and review. Don't forget about our YouTube channel at Roll the Hard 20. So if you're into watching and you want to help support the show, then head on over and hit that subscribe button. It really does help the show out. We can also be found in the wild on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so don't forget to look for us there and check us out. You can also contact the show directly at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com or head on over to the website at rollthehard20podcast.com, where you can download the current show directly, pick and choose past shows from our archives, or view our galleries. We've got a lot of stuff posted over there, so check us out. And finally, join us on our Patreon at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast, where you can become a hard slinger and pick up swag. So until next time, keep your dice warm and your glass topped off as you roll those hard 20s.